What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Kerman Lejarraga versus James Metcalf, and this was a 10-rounder in the super-welterweight division, and this fight was Friday, May 20th, from the Bilbao Arena in Bilbao, Spain, and this fight was broadcasted on DAZN, and in this fight, Kerman Lejarraga lost for the first time in a while since his losses to David Avanesian, and James Metcalf got the unanimous decision victory. So this was actually a very, very good fight. Very fun fight to watch. I had this bout scored 96-94 in favor of James Metcalf, and the judges scored this bout 96-94, agreeing with my score 96-95 and 97-94, all in favor of James Metcalf. So yeah, as I mentioned before, this fight was a really good fight, and just to break it down, early on, it looked like Metcalf was really not trying to tie into a sort of brawl with Lejarraga, but it ended up that some rounds that both of them would be brawling and both of them would be hurting each other in. But it was overall, I mean, towards the end of the fight, both fighters were cut up, bruised, and really showed what they had in the ring and gave it their all. So, I mean, props to both fighters. Great fight, as I mentioned many times here. But, yeah, to continue on breaking it down, I mean, there was one moment in this fight that possibly could have had a big impact. And in the third round, I mean, Lejarraga, he got dropped. The referee did not call it. The referee seemingly was just way in favor of Lejarraga, being that he was probably from Spain. I didn't really get to hear his nation. But, yeah, he was way in favor of the hometown fighter in Lejarraga. But, yeah, Lejarraga got caught with a perfectly placed right hand over the top, sort of on the temple area, put him down on his knees, gave a little smile to Metcalf, but the referee just said it was a slip, even though he was clearly hit on the side of the head. Even to the referee, when it was replayed, the referee was literally staring right at Lejarraga as he got dropped and the shot landing. So, yeah, I mean, there's that. It definitely should have been a knockdown, but really this fight on my scorecard was just back and forth. Just like Metcalf would win 2 rounds, or he might win a round, then it might be swapped back to Lejarraga, who would win 2 rounds or 1 round. Like, it was really like that type of fight. But really the decider of this fight, in my opinion, was the last 2 rounds where I gave to Metcalf. And really throughout this fight, it was Metcalf really trying to be on the outside, trying to sort of counterpunch and hit Lejarraga and score points and sort of avoid trading with him. But Lejarraga, like always, was trying to come forward and brawl, but it ended up with Metcalf getting the victory. So, I mean, this goes into the question, what is next for James Metcalf getting this excellent win? This is, like, a really, really good win. I mean, this is, like, a solid upset. I mean, this is legitimately an excellent win for Metcalf. I mean, Metcalf had a loss to Kieran Conway. He had a loss to Ted Cheeseman, and now, I mean, he's getting this very solid win over an opponent who's higher ranked than both of them. So, yeah, so I have some big possible names for James Metcalf. I mean, in his next fight, he could possibly rematch Ted Cheeseman from their thriller they had, which ended in him getting knocked out late. He could definitely take on a guy like Troy Williamson, or maybe someone like a Sam Eggington in his next fight, someone on DAZN in a UK big fight card. But as for Kerman Lejarraga, losing here for, I believe, the 3rd time, still a very solid, very fun fighter. I think in his next fight, he'll take on a decent level top 50 guy in his next fight up until he sort of steps up again and takes on someone like James Metcalf again, or someone else who's solid inside the top, like, 20 in the super welterweight division. So overall, James Metcalf upsets Kerman Lejarraga, getting a unanimous decision victory in an excellent fight. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.